Right now, to the best of my knowledge, which generally speaking isn't very good, I believe we're on the Bruce Trail. Now, we've mentioned the Bruce Trail before on other locations that we've been at. The Bruce Trail is a trail in Ontario that runs all the way from Niagara Falls north to Tobermory at the peak of the Bruce Peninsula. It's just short of 1,000 kilometers in length, and I believe we're on one section of it right here. What we're actually doing is, and there's lots of bugs, I got lots of spray on, but there's still lots of bugs here. But what we're trying to do is, there's an elevated area next to the Beaver Valley here in central Ontario. Now, so Beaver Valley is a valley here in central Ontario. It does have ski hills at one end. That's a Beaver Valley ski resort. I believe it used to be called the Talisman. But anyhow, I think we're on a trail right now heading up to what's called Old Baldy. Now, Old Baldy is a huge, if you will, climbing rock area. It gives you some really good elevation overlooking the Beaver Valley itself. I can't tell you how high it is. It could be 1,000 feet. I honestly don't know. Heck, I don't even know if we're on the right trail at this point, but we'll see. Now, right now, it's the end of May. I think it's May the 29th. I don't expect any kind of major vistas. Stand by. Yeah. Okay, now at this time of year, everything is green. It's May the 29th, so we're still in spring. We've got another, say, 3 weeks or so before we actually hit summer here. Everything's lush and green. Not particularly the best time of year for landscape photography from an elevated position overlooking a valley. In this particular case, this valley is going to look pretty much all green, maybe some different shades of green, but all green. But one of the things I'm here to do today is explore and maybe even find this location, simply because in the fall it would be amazing. Here in Ontario we have some amazing fall colors, so this would be an amazing area to photograph in the fall season. Not so much right now, but you know what? We don't know until we get there and we take a look and see what's going on. Let's see what's there. Again, the primary function of this particular adventure is to find the location. Back there we did have a split in the trail, so again, I'm just not sure if we're actually on the right trail. Maybe if we meet some other hikers we get some information, but we'll see. Yeah, so hey, that's what we're doing. Oh, by the way, Gary here with Gary Claim Photography. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So you know what? Let's hike down this trail a little ways. Let's see what we can find. Let's get going. After about 30 minutes on that rocky, muddy trail, I've come back down to a road. Now this is the same road I started out on. I'm just a little further north on that road. So obviously I've done this wrong. When I turn around from where I came, there's a sign that says follow road to trail. So fine. I guess we're gonna go back the way we came and see what we missed, because we did come down a long way here and we should have been going up. Okay, hang on, I'm going to see if I can ask somebody. So I just finished talking to a very nice gentleman. He's telling me I'm a little off track here. I have to consider, I have to go back to my car, which is about another 35-40 minutes from here where I am now along this road, go back to my car, pick up my car and head back again this way behind me to the small community of Kimberley. Apparently the trail to Old Baldy starts in or around Kimberley. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head back to the car, we're going to pick up the car, we're going to go back to Kimberley. We're going to check that out and see what we can find out there. Luckily, we still have probably a couple of hours before sunset. Doesn't look overly promising as far as finding Old Baldy today, but you know what? It's an education, that's for sure. So let's continue. Let's get the car and let's see how we make out. Woo, okay. Plan C or D or E or whatever plan we're on right now, I decided not to go back to the car that way. I decided to turn around and go back up that trail that I came down. And the reason for that is, once I got a little further down this road and I turned around between the trees, and a couple of miles away from me and much higher than me, I could see the rock formation that we want to get to. Having said that, there could very well be a cutoff on this trail for that rock formation. So you know what? We're going to go back. I did notice, like I said earlier, I noticed some trails coming off this track. So we're going to go back up the way we came, which is going to be very hard. And we're going to keep our eyes open, see what we can do. Let's see if we can find Old Baldy. Should have got that trail map. Oh well. Okay. So right now we continue to head back up the trail that we came down. And funnily enough, in my mind, when I was coming down that trail, I thought to myself, if we have to go back up that trail, that is going to be horrendously difficult, because it was almost vertical. Well, that's the trail we're going back up. But it is interesting. Whether we find Old Baldy tonight or not really doesn't matter. The fact is, we're here now. We're somewhere we've never been. And I have noticed one or two little areas back on the trail that would be kind of interesting for like intimate type shops. Little fungi growing from dead tree branches and tree trunks and so on. Things like that. Be kind of fun. So yeah, it's very, very, very interesting. So we're about 30 minutes now back up this hill. So hey, let's keep going. So this is just looking at the last little section I've done behind us. And if I turn the GoPro around, this is heading the way we originally came down. Now right over here, I see a bench. Now, also on this tree over here, I see a little white dot. There's another white dot on a board there. And I'm wondering if this indicates, well, there's obviously a trail. It's a narrow trail. And you know what? I've really got nothing left to lose. I still have a certain amount of daylight left. So I'm going to take a look here. What I don't want to do is another trail back down to the bottom of this ridge. I don't want to descend down here because we've climbed a long way up. But we're just going to kind of head down this trail a little ways. I keep seeing these little white markers, so they indicate something, which I'm assuming is the actual Bruce Trail itself. And actually coming through here is really kind of interesting. I love this kind of woodland stuff. Again, there'll be some nice shots to be had through here when we come and we know where we're going and we have the time. you know, to do this correctly when it's not really a recce like what we're doing tonight. So let's continue along here for a little ways, see what happens. Now, in Ontario, we have a flower that grows wild, which is called a trillium. There's a white trillium. Over here, we've got some kind of purpley colored trilliums. These are Ontario's flower. It's considered the flower of Ontario. It's illegal to pick them, but it's not illegal to photograph them. So I think when we actually do this particular hike again, that's something we're going to be looking at, is the trilliums, because they really are quite interesting. Okay, this trail keeps winding. Let's keep going. Where we're going to get to, nobody knows. Where we are right now, I don't believe that we're at Old Baldy yet, although we're definitely on the right track, because we have come to a lookout here, which is on the Bruce Trail. I know that from a trail marker down here telling me I'm on the Bruce Trail and the identification number, so you can look that up on the chart right here. So I know we're actually on the Bruce Trail, but the lookout over the Beaver Valley from here is beautiful. Take a little look at that. Now, right at this particular position, I'm pointing kind of south west, just for the sun's sake, because the sun's bright and it's hazy. Today the weather has been bright sunshine. Right now it's about 85, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around 30, 32 degrees Celsius, I'd say, which is kind of typical really for this time of year. In Ontario, we do have definite summers. As I've mentioned before, we definitely have 4 distinct seasons. In winter, -30. In summer, +30 or more. Anyhow, let's carry on. We're definitely on the right track, and under the right conditions, I would be very happy to photograph right from that lookout that we just were at. However, we're going to continue down the trail here and see what else we can see. Now keep in mind, this particular trail does kind of run for about 1,000 kilometers, a little less, maybe 980 kilometers. And where we are right now is about halfway, which means there's still about 450, whoa, rocks, watch where I'm going. There's still about 450 or more kilometers ahead of us. So we're not going to go that far, of course. We're just going to see what comes next. This is a trail, or the whole trail I would actually love to hike. I'd like to do the whole thing from Niagara Falls up to the top of the Bruce Peninsula and Tobermory. Definitely have to allow at least a couple of months or more for that. But I would definitely love to do that hike at some point before I got too old, which I might be now, I don't know. But anyhow, so let's keep going, see what else we find. Well, look what we found. We are here, and we just came this way. We know that from that number 702, the number on that bench that was part of the trail marker. So right here, in here, if we follow this around this loop, there's a sign over there that tells me it's 2.2 kilometers around that loop with 2 scenic lookouts. And that is what we're looking for. Yeah, that is what we're looking for. Over here is the second sign, and this is called Mac Kirk Side Trail. This could be poison ivy, I'm not sure. Oh boy. But anyhow, so this is the way we're going to go. We're going to do this 2.2 kilometer trek through here and see the scenic lookout points, which is what originally we were looking for. So this is called, and it's marked as a side trail off the Bruce Trail, hence the markers that we might see now are in blue. Okay, So we're learning more as we go along. That's fine. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get to this next lookout point, see what we see. Okay, so where we are now is indeed Old Baldy. We've made the lookout point on top of the climb, the rocks, whatever. It's pretty high up. Well, it's several hundred feet. I'm not sure how high. I am going to turn the GoPro around. I'm going to try to keep away from the sun a little bit, just so we can get some kind of idea of where we are. But it's a beautiful view across the Beaver Valley and to the south. Now, I have noticed lots of trilliums around here, and something that's super interesting to me, and you won't see this in the GoPro, I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to try to point it out. Somewhere way down there, there's a little barn with a kind of a rusted red roof kind of top on it, a roof on it. That kind of stuff really interests me. But anyhow, you can see off here the rocks that the mountain climbers or the rock climbers train on. They go all the way down to the ground. I'm not getting too close to the edge. Something you may not know, but I have an issue with heights. That's why sometimes when I'm doing some of my mountain hikes, especially in the Lake District, I have a lot of problems with that sometimes. Other times it's not too bad, but it's always there. But you know what? This would be great in the fall. The colors across here would be absolutely amazing. We're definitely coming back here in the fall. But because we're here now, we are going to set up the tripod. We are going to capture an image looking to the south and across the Beaver Valley, just because we're here. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get the tripod set up and let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. Stand by. Well, quite often when I go out on hikes with capturing images in mind, quite often I forget something. Quite often it's usually filters, could be batteries. Today it's the L bracket. Now, what that means is I have no way of attaching my camera to my tripod. So, I'm still here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to have to do this handheld. That's it. It's going to be a handheld shot, so we're not going for any kind of lengthy shutter speed. We're going for a faster shutter speed, something that we can hand hold. I'll probably go with my 28 to 135mm lens, simply because it's a go-to lens that I like and trust. So hey, that's what we're going to do, because I have no choice. Damn. I've said it before and I'll say it again. One of these days I am going to come out on a shoot. I'm going to hike through mountains and climb rocks and get to locations that are absolutely stunning, and I will have all my gear with me that I need for that shoot. But you know what? It's not today. No. Okay, you know, I'm just going to handhold. I'm going to do a couple of shots that way. Not normally what I would do, but why not? Okay, so first off, I hope you can hear me. I will speak loudly. Secondly, I'm in a position where I can see the far western side of the valley. I can see that red barn down below, the red roof, rusty red roof barn down below. I can see the edge of those white rocks, a few rocks here in the foreground for interest. I'm using my 28 to 135mm lens. I have my hood on. I'm using my Canon 5D Mark II. Let's just take a little look through here and see what we can see. So, let's take it right out. So first of all, to about 35mm. You know what? We're going to just drop that ISO down a little bit, because I was taking a few shots in some of the darker woodlands of some of the trilliums, which we will get to see, by the way. Okay, so ISO 100. focal length of 35 mil. It's giving me a shutter speed of 1/100th of a second. One handheld shot. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. And not bad again. A couple of handheld shots. You know what? Whoa. I may take a couple more. Got to be really careful of this edge because it's really a long way down. And there's nothing to stop you except, well, the ground when you get there. The rocks at the bottom. Will I come back here? Yes, I will. I'll definitely come back here. I'll come back here in the fall, because in the fall this would actually this would be absolutely stunning. The fall colors here would be amazing. So we're definitely coming here in the fall. But I'm just going to take a walk around here for a few minutes. I'm going to take a few handheld shots of a few of the trilliums and a few of the little flowers. We're going to put together this in Lightroom, see if we can create one or two reasonable images and see if we can create a reasonable video out of what we've done tonight. But the main thing we did tonight, we found out where this location is. We know how to get here, and that's what we were doing. It was simply a recce. We were simply out here just to do some reconnaissance, find this location, see what it was all about. We've heard about it, but we'd never been. Thank you for watching my channel. If we did get anything tonight, I'm going to pop those images up right now, and hopefully we've got at least one or maybe two to look at. Always double check your gear before you leave your studio. Make sure you've got everything you need. Hey, thank you for watching my channel. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I will get back to you. I'm going to walk around. Let's have a look at an image or two, and then we're going to hike back home. Talk to you later.